Hi Aries, happy birthday, happy Aries season. Welcome to your April 2023 reading. So as you may or may not know, the cosmos has been lit up in the sign of Aries. There's just so much going on in this sign recently. And yes, it does continue throughout the month of April with a solar eclipse in April on the 20th, 420 baby. Okay, well, it's going to be a big month for you, Aries. We have recently had a new moon in your sign on March 21st. And this has been a period of initiation for you, the Magician card. The first week of April continues with this flavor that you've been becoming accustomed to, Aries. Nothing changing there for you. Things are still beginning for you. You're still initiating, you're still weaving magic and making things happen. You have your wits about you. This project that you work on, it makes you feel really smart. You know what you're doing. And the pentacle here tells me that actually you have a lot of experience in this field. It may not be direct experience to the new beginning if it's kind of a fresh start for you, but there's something about your life experience, Aries, that has gotten you to this point, and that's what the Magician speaks to. You're also very emotionally invested in this. There is a deep sense of commitment on your part to the goal. So you have determination, you have the flow, and you just feel that this is in alignment for you. So we'll dive deeper into this project because something about the beginning of April seems to be about you making some bigger moves on this goal and basically creating the magic, okay? But then we move on into the month of April. And I want you to pay attention to the middle of the month, because there's something going on mid-month which I feel like it pisses you off, the Five of Swords. There is a Sun-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Aries, your sign. Typically, this is the luckiest day of any given year. When the Sun and Jupiter meet up for a day or two, we have a collective, very lucky energy, very expansive, very fortunate, very visible. And this year it's happening in the sign of Aries. I told you that this was main character energy for you. Yes, it's your birthday season, but there's so much more than just that. This is a time, really, Aries, where I want you to keep your eyes open mid-month, okay? Because not only do we have that visibility with the Sun-Jupiter conjunction in your sign, we have dumb luck that could just strike you, fortunate occurrences. But there's something about this Five of Swords that tells me, yes, you are all riled up and you could win the fight, so to speak, or you could, we hear this saying coming up now, it's not about the battle, it's about the war. Well, you could win the battle, you could win the war. I know Aries likes to win, but what about the consequences of that? That's what I want you to be thinking of mid-month, because something's got your back up, something's got you riled up, pissed off, and you have the upper hand here. For want of a better word, it seems like you're right, but that does not mean that there won't be consequences for the actions you take. So let's think about things, let's slow down mid-month, and let's go deeper by pulling some more cards and seeing what this is all going to be about. If you're dealing with a Gemini this month, Aries, it seems particularly tricky, dicey, or combative, dare I say. Towards the end of the month, the Five of Swords translates to the Ten of Swords. We have got that solar eclipse on April 20th. It's going to be happening at 29 degrees of Aries. That is the anaretic degree. So this is the last sign of the last it's the critical degree, and it's a last degree of the first sign. So 29 degrees of Aries, if you have anything there in your chart, I have a 29 degrees Aries Venus. I wonder what's going to be happening in my life because that eclipse is falling on my Venus. And as I said that 4 minutes 20 seconds coming in, that's the date of this new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to keep you posted on what goes down for me. But it's dramatic, right? Eclipses always have this sense of very destined beginnings, very grand and destined endings of chapters, and that's what the Ten of Swords is. So meanwhile, you've been experiencing something growing and starting in your life, and you already know what that is, I bet. We're going to pull cards and see what this is all about, but there's something that is due to end for you, Aries. It may happen around that eclipse on the 20th of April, and you know, the week either side of that, that could be when you see that happening. But it could be linked to the Five of Swords. Keep an eye out what's happening and what's growing for you mid-month, because it seems like it's only getting bigger and expanding. Sun-Jupiter conjunction in your sign mid-month. The Ten of Swords by the end of the month is going to be palpable, because you'll be very aware of what is no longer working for you, and it reaches a very critical turning point around that eclipse, I sense. Let's start clearing these cards up and see what is going down. But the soul growth of the month is still the Magician card. So the first week of April for you, or even just what's been happening, really anything that's been happening since around the 21st of March, since the regular little old new moon in Aries went down. The other new moon in Aries, which it's very rare to have 2 consecutive new moons in the same sign. Aries, I told you, you're the main character. But the second Aries new moon on April 20th is a solar eclipse new moon. But for the beginning of the month, and really since 21st of March, there has been something of a new beginning for you. And it's been inspiring. It's felt like it was meant to be. It makes a lot of sense. I have a relationship reading for your sign, Aries. It's linked down below, exclusive to my Patreon, and I go really deep into a significant dynamic for you. While I have you, consider subscribing. That would really help my channel grow. And I meditate before every reading, every piece of content I do, and I always seek to connect with my subscribers first and foremost. Here I go, connecting to you, Aries. The Three of Wands, the Sun in Aries. Let's see what else we've got. The Tower, Mars, your ruling planet. Ooh, Aries, I'm feeling the heat. I'm feeling you here with me. And I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so I'm seeing how this is going to be coming up for me also, you know. Side note, 8 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So something's got your back up. Something's got you feeling hella defensive, and it might be somebody in your circle. It may be a sibling, a relative, it may be a member of your chosen family, and something's gone AWOL, something has gone a little off kilter. There's just been something building up, and you have felt that you've been backed into a corner more than once. So let's have a look at what's coming up. Travel plans could come up at the beginning of the month. You making an excursion or a trip, you taking the reins on a journey or a vista. I'm seeing a vista, and I'm seeing a vision, and I'm seeing expansion, broadening of horizons with the Three of Wands, but you're the one with this wand in your hand here, with another wand in your hand. You're the person that's calling the shots, and you're steering the way, you're leading the way. These are all Aries archetypes: the pioneer, the leader, the initiator. That's all Aries, that's all Magician. So you call the shots, you lead the way, you are the dynamic, taking that dynamic action. You're very much in your masculine energy of making things happen and getting things done for you, sending the emails, arranging the meetings, calling the shots. But the Tower, wow, let's look deeper into the Tower. I can't leave this without pulling some more cards. The beginning of the month is off to quite a radical start. We have a new moon, let me rephrase that. Correction, we have a full moon in Libra on the 6th of Aries. It's in conjunct to this planet Uranus in Taurus, and I'm wondering if that very radical and unpredictable Uranus energy in conjunct the Libra full moon on the 6th has something to do with this Tower, where something takes an unexpected turn. And unexpected isn't good. An unexpected trip, if you're vacationing, you perhaps go on a road less traveled and you're dazzled by what you see. But the Tower card, it's quite a feisty, very feisty start to the week. This could be the spark, right? This could be what gets your back up, what actually is the thing that's kind of on your mind for the rest of the month. It could really be off with a bang in around the first week of April, and I think around the 6th, 7th, there is some sort of an event. So let's go deeper into the event that takes place at the beginning of the month. Well, you wouldn't be the main character, the protagonist, would you, without a little drama? The Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Big time trip, vacation, voyage, journey. These motorbikes are ready to rev up and get going. So I see you on the road. I see you on the move at the beginning of the month. This could look like a vacation or planning one. It could look like a work trip, a personal trip, a necessary journey. And maybe it comes out of the blue. Maybe it's very spontaneous. Maybe it's very short and quick and blink and you miss it. You're just kind of in a whirlwind of experience. That's what I'm sensing. Like there is just a very dynamic change around you. There's like there's just a swiftness overall around what's going on for you at the beginning of the month. But the particular event seems like it's actually a conversation. Something is said that throws you for a loop. And the Three of Swords does speak about a truth that can be revealed. Full moons are hella revealing. The full moon in Libra on the 6th, happening opposite to Aries. So opposite your sun, your moon, your rising, whatever your credentials are in Aries. This will be for me, my Aries Mercury and Aries Venus. So watch this space. I'm right here with you guys. The Three of Swords and the Tower card. Something is revealed to you that you cannot ignore. You don't want to ignore the threes in tarot. We saw the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck earlier when I thought about some sort of a dynamic of people just where they've got your back up, or you feel defensive, or you feel backed into a corner. There are more threes here, and threes are indicative of growth. So there's no stagnation for you at the beginning of the month, Aries. No, this is your season, and it's the initial season of the zodiacal year. So things are springing into action. And you know, Aries, I always say, when the sun moves into Aries, like this Three of Wands, when the sun moves into Aries, the sun is exalted there, shining so bright. That sun is going to shine into every little crevice, every little dark nook and cranny, and it's going to expose. It's going to be here to show you everything you need to know. Yes, can this be a little startling? Yes, can this even be unpleasant? But you have so much more power once you know. And remember, the Magician card was the card that came out first. So this is really the be all and end all of what all of this experience is going to amount to. This is the sum of it all. You have power, you have control. When you know what you know, remember, being lied to, it just leaves you disempowered. Take the rose-colored glasses off. I mean, they're just going to be tumbling off you. Crack on the floor, they're gone. There's a sort of a irreparable sense at the beginning of the month, but you can move on and move forward now that you know what you know. It seems like it's a conversation. Page of Pentacles. The event that takes place seems to be something about what's spoken to you, what is told to you, what you hear, or overall, it's what you need to know, and you're gonna know. The Five of Swords. So this might be related. This might have you thinking like, what am I going to do about this? How am I going to get them back? How am I going to seek revenge? How am I going to win here? And you know what? You probably would win, because you know, there's nothing like being vindicated, right? But at the same time, the Five of Swords warns to improper judgment, like a kind of rash way of acting, because we feel threatened in the Five of Swords. We feel like there's a threat, yeah, and we're only human. We're going to, perhaps we have a survival coping mechanism. Could it be fight? like this figure at the front? Could it be flight, like the people in the back? Could it be fawn? Whatever that reaction to a trigger of, rubbing salt in the wound of one of your past traumas, you're gonna feel like acting on it. And that's not right or wrong, Aries. It just is, and it's just natural. But let's see what the Five of Swords is cautioning here, because it's coming with a warning. We've seen the Three of Swords. We've seen the Three of Swords. The sun moves into Aries, like I said, and every single person that's been clowning you, they're gonna be having their ass shown, right? That's the beauty about Aries season. Nothing can be hidden, and the sun has a very wonderful disinfecting quality as well as a exposing quality. But we do have the Three of Swords leading to the Five of Swords, leading eventually to the Ten of Swords. So the Five of Swords is coming with a warning or a caution. What you do mid-month, or how you act and how you handle this situation, will lead to continuous, what is the word? Not growth, but to be continued. The story doesn't end with what you do here. There are consequences. Let's look deeper into the Five of Swords. If you've been feeling like things have been lackluster, not moving very much for you, this month may be the one to change that. Beautiful. Temperance. You're protected no matter what. 10 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, another angel with red wings. Judgment card. Very important message with Judgment card. I will leave that and put a pin in that because that is speaking to me. But good. You're protected. So, no matter what you do and no matter how you react to this, it is all your choice. And there is a sense that no matter what you do, there are, let's say, forces, benevolent forces, in a sense working with you for your highest good. The same way those forces that protect and guide you and love you, maybe they are angels on earth, dear friends, family members, your best friend, your lover. Maybe they're unforeseen forces, but you feel their guidance with you. The same way they look after you and guide you mid-month, they were there at the beginning of the month too, helping this to be exposed, helping this event break through. Yeah, sure, it's not always what you want to hear at the time, but that truth sets you free. And you call all of your power back. And maybe you say, oh my God, I just need to get out of town for a few days. I need to just, if I can, take a vacation. Wouldn't that be great? But do something like leisurely for yourself. Do something fun for yourself. That would be good. So some of you are going to choose to hold the burden of this for whatever reason, and some of you are going to choose to take the high road. Yeah, and you shouldn't always have to take the high road. There's a time and the place for that. Taking the high road is wonderful at times, and sometimes though there's really a need for us to call out someone's shit, right? Call out somebody for, excuse the profanity, but call out somebody for what they have done, because people mess up, we mess up, we all mess up. That's the thing, we're all making mistakes, and there's an evolved and an unevolved way of helping somebody learn and grow on this journey. Sure, we're all on an individual journey, we're all making our way through this crazy world at times, but we can help each other learn and grow through love, or through a more unevolved place, which leads to us hurting other people. Now, I don't know who's hurting who mid-month, or who's hurt here. And again, Aries, it could be something about, you coming out. If that's the case, if you have not been acting in highest and best for somebody in your life, maybe that's what's exposed. And if that's the case, all we can do is ask for forgiveness and come up with solutions to the problems. But for the most part, I get the sense that you have a choice of how you react here. You take the high road and recognize that you're being blessed by what you've seen. You're being blessed either way, because the truth is a blessing. As well as that, this Temperance card kind of tells me that taking the high road will be the most peaceful for you. And we all know inner peace is the real bag, right? The 10 of Wands. There's a possibility that you could be burdened by this consequence. We don't want that. The 10 of Wands also could tell me that there's something about holding on to this, not necessarily secret. The secret's out of the bag, or the cat's out of the bag. Holding on to something, let's see, blame, that will just become a burden for you. But these angels with their red wings are very powerful. Red is the color associated with your ruling planet, Mars, the Roman god of war. Now, we talked about war and we talked about battles. You could win both. But is it all about winning? Wouldn't the prize surely be whatever brings you the most inner peace? Wearing red can make you feel more powerful this month, I think. We did want to talk about Judgment card briefly. This is the card that is associated with the planet Pluto. Pluto will be at 0 degrees of Aquarius for the entire month of April. If you have any planets in around 0 degrees of the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, you're going to be feeling this transit. Judgment card with Pluto speaks to an area of your life, Aries, everybody's life, but Pluto is going to be transforming an area of your life over the next 15 years. And it is only beginning now, this April. Huge month for us all. So it depends where Aquarius is in your birth chart. Pluto moved into Aquarius today. No, last night actually, where I'm recording. We've never seen this happen in our lifetime, nor will we ever again. It's a once in a lifetime situation. It happened 250 years ago. It'll happen in another 250 years. And, you know, it's once in a lifetime. So congratulations, we're alive at the turning point of the new paradigm in the journey of humankind's evolutionary consciousness. There's no coincidence that you're here in this lifetime at this time to witness this unfolding. Wow, woo! I talk a little bit more about this in my Aries new moon video that I just posted. I'll link that below too if this is something that speaks to you, Aries. But something in your life is transforming, and it won't happen overnight. That's not how Pluto works. As I said, it will be in an area of your birth chart for 15 years. Starting last night, something about a certain part of your life. It could be your home and living situation. It could be your creative self-expression. It could be your money, your relationships, your career, your friendships. It all depends. Yourself. It's transforming over the next 15 years, exciting times. Your energy at the bottom of the deck in reverse, the 7 of Swords in reverse coming flying out. Okay. There is a call with this Emperor in reverse. You are the Emperor. Look, you've got your ram horns on, but in reverse. There's something about this that's making me want to say, do the right thing. And I don't want to sound preachy, and I don't want to sound like, do the right thing, like lecturing you. The reason I say that is because the sword cards just keep stacking up. We went 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, now we have 7 of Swords in reverse. We haven't gotten to the 10 of Swords quite yet, but the 7 of Swords, they keep stacking up, and I don't want you to dig yourself into a hole that it's harder to get out of, okay? The 5 of Swords says, if you feel like this is a repeat, if you feel like you've made a mistake before like this, or if you feel like this person, this group, this society, this institution has repeatedly messed you over, then you know what to do. Revenge, it's never the highest and best option, is it? Sure, vindication can feel good for the ego, but is it the highest and best option? It can be the easy option, but when we hurt others, don't we know this? We just hurt ourselves. And the high road is going to reward you, I think. And what did I say? I feel like that inner peace is the true reward. Okay. Judgment card. There are consequences for how you react to this. That doesn't mean that what happened doesn't deserve a reaction. but taking the high road could be the most blessed way forward. Because the Emperor card, you're in a reactive energy now, and Aries is a reactive sign by nature. It's Mars ruled, it's fire, it's the beginning, the igniting, the velocity. So yeah, you're sure. I mean, you'll want to pop off perhaps. The Seven of Swords, but you haven't seen the hindsight yet, because from the vantage point that you find yourself in mid-month, and yes, maybe it is intense and maybe things are happening, but you don't know then what you will eventually know. So that's the Seven of Swords in reverse. This plan is not foolhardy because you don't know it all yet. So you're liable to make regrettable choices. So play it cool, remain in your center, take the high road. Does that feel like, oh, I'm just burdening myself with this? Maybe for a time it will feel like some sort of a burden, but I just think revenge won't be the answer. Okay, so let's look at the Ten of Swords. There's an eclipse at the end of the month. Look, this is going to be quite possibly a dramatic month for each of the signs. It's eclipse season. If we know anything about eclipses, we know that they are hyper and supercharged full and new moon periods. And they pertain to destiny. They put us on the track that we are here to be here. Like, that's why we're here. We're here to achieve a certain destiny perhaps, or align ourselves to a destiny, as well as creating bliss and heaven on earth. Yes, of course, that's part of the human experience, but there's a unique destiny that we all have, and this month, Aries, you get a glimpse into what that is for you. The Ten of Swords. A lot of major arcana cards know the Magician, the Tower, Judgment, Temperance, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Sevens are about challenges to overcome in a sense. Your love life, Aries, the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, the Devil, and the King of Cups. There's something about your love life, and I do go into a lot more detail about a relationship over on my Patreon. Like I said, I'll put that chat video down below for you. There's something quite intoxicating about that. There's something kind of a forbidden love, anything like that coming up. The Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups. All right, so you get to take action on the sort of critical turning point you're at. You have reached the point by the end of the month where you know what's worthy of your determination and what's worthy for you to continue to fight for. The Seven of Cups, things that are unclear or seem like purposefully confusing, and it almost seems like they're exaggeratedly, which is the Ten of Swords, like exaggeratedly deceptive, confusing, and murky. That's quite a clear indication, I think. If there's something where you just feel like, oh, this is difficult, and I just have to at least allow for that possibility in the Ten of Swords. You know, it would be just silly of me not to read the cards in the way I see them. That's what this channel is. The Ten of Swords, it's kind of like, you know, you're looking for an escape, you're looking for a distraction. Okay, this feels heavy, so I'm just going to go on my phone and scroll, and that's fine. Know that there's something about that will keep you from addressing the true issue, and that there are that you are stronger than you think, the Seven of Wands, that you are going to be stronger on the other side at the end of this month. And that I hope doesn't throw you off. It's just because the Ten of Swords is, you're not going any further with this. It's almost like you've reached the end of this cycle, and you probably will feel, in a sense, completely reborn on the other side of it, completely refined too. Aries, I will leave you with that. Happy birthday. And like I said, I'm right here with you. I have this eclipse falling on my natal Venus. Let's see what happens. Let me know in the comments how you get on with these eclipses. It's the solar eclipse in Aries. We haven't seen an eclipse like this in Aries in, about 9 years. So this is going to be a eventful month for Aries, where you play the main character, and I guess you are going to be aligning yourself to destiny. Take care, Aries. See you soon.